Hey, Aaron here, and let's do a quick one. Here's my tips for finishing more songs. So first of all, get away from the studio. It's fun to be in the studio, there's a lot of tech, but the thing is, it gets really distracting. So the way I finish songs is I get the hell out of here, I go to a notebook or just a piano, and I just get the song written. That leads to tip number 2, write horizontally. So instead of getting in the DAW, getting the whole layer, which is nice to get that loop and that sound, I want to separate that from writing songs. So when I actually write the song, I write what I call horizontally, which means I'm trying to get all of the song finished rather than just like fill out this big piece of it. Later, I can get all the elements fixed in. Number 3, is it number 3? Yeah, number 3, modular writing is what I call it when I don't necessarily need to get from point A to point B, start to finish in order. Right? I might be thinking horizontally, like I'm trying to get the song finished rather than all the production, but I don't need to do it in order. I could be like, oh, here's a chorus, and then later go, okay, here's verse 2. Oh, here's verse 1. Oh, you know what? I need to write a bridge. And then the good thing is, especially if you're just on paper, you can rearrange those things and do all kinds of bloop, bloop, bloop. One time I had what I thought was the bridge turned into the chorus. All I had to do is do this a bunch. Tip number 4, or whatever the hell number we're at, finish lyrics to finish songs. So I don't know if this happens to you, but a lot of times I'll be playing and I play a riff and then I think of a lyric and then I start singing a melody, and that's fine for a verse or two, or well, usually just a verse, maybe part of a chorus, and then I'm stuck on where to go next. Well, the thing that happens is I keep going back and I kind of play through until I get to that point, and then I think, and then I play through, and then I start memorizing, and I have to write and repeat and repeat and repeat and memorize until I'm stuck in this loop, and it takes forever to actually write the song, and then my voice is burned out. So what I like to do is I like to stop once I get that, especially if I've got a verse and a chorus melody in my head, that's all I really need. So I'm just gonna go back, stop, get away from that, go in the notebook, finish the lyrics, get the story. That also helps to make sure the lyrics are coherent. Tip number 1,000,000 or whatever we're at, don't edit. Obviously, you need to edit and revise, but not while you're writing. And that's a common tip for writers of all kinds. Don't get obsessed in the details and fixing all these little things until you're actually done with the thing, and then go back and revise. Limit yourself is something that I like to do, and you know, I might just think I'm just gonna have drums, piano, and vocals for this, or whatever, or it's gonna be an old school hip hop jam, and it limits you, and it's actually really good for creativity, because if you're just saying, I wanna do anything, and I'm not boxed in, well, what do? You're just like overwhelmed with possibilities. So just decide what the song's gonna be to give yourself some limiting factors that helps creativity. And finally, take breaks, sometimes long breaks. You know, sometimes you just run out of creative juice, and you're gonna have that happen. Don't try to work 18 hours a day. Get some sleep, get some TV or some notebooks or some walks or a date or whatever. Sometimes you take long breaks, a couple of days, a couple of weeks. In 2020, I took the whole damn year off. Which I don't necessarily recommend taking that long off, but you see what I mean. Take some breaks, recharge that energy. Okay, those are my tips for finishing more songs. That's how I get more songs done than I would have. If you want more of these kind of tips and this kind of stuff, subscribe to Recording Like MacGyver. Hit the bell for getting notifications if you want, and I'll see you next time.